We're back now. Senators on both sides of the aisle are predicting their immigration reform bill can pass with 60, maybe even 70 votes. But House lawmakers have not yet embraced it, and debate on their own legislation is only now getting started. Joining me now is Florida Republican Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, member of the Immigration Working Group in the House. Congressman, we appreciate you joining us this Monday. Thank you.
Good morning.
So tomorrow, the House Judiciary starts debating standalone bills as opposed to the comprehensive package. Are you frustrated that the debate won't begin with a comprehensive package from your group? In other words, is it the right move to break up the bill or better to debate one singular reform package?
You know, ideally, this group that I've been working with now for 4 years would be able to finalize a bipartisan agreement. That just hasn't happened yet. So the House is going to continue to move forward. I'm hoping that we'll be able to have a bipartisan proposal to bring forward to the House in relatively short order. In the meantime, however, it's important the House do what it's going to do. And, you know, ultimately, hopefully there'll be a bill that we can conference on where the Senate passes a bill. We'll pass, hopefully, either a comprehensive bill or a number of different bills, and then we can go to conference. But here's the key. The key is it's about time that we solve what is obviously a broken fix, what is obviously a broken immigration system.
Well, so give us a sense right now. Where does your group's legislation stand at this time?
You know, we've had an agreement. We had an agreement once, and then, unfortunately, and I think it's coming from the Democratic leadership and not from the group that I'm negotiating with, a deal that we had already agreed on. And I think it's coming from Nancy Pelosi. We had to reopen that deal. We had a second deal that was announced to the press where we all announced, the bipartisan group, that we had reached an agreement in principle. On a second occasion, we had to reopen the same issue that had already been reached, where we had already reached an agreement on a second time. And again, I think the problem that we're running into is Nancy Pelosi. I'm not quite sure if she wants a bill, but I will tell you what, the group that I'm negotiating with... The problem is
Nancy Pelosi is the biggest problem that you guys are dealing with right now?
I will tell you that I don't think it's the folks that I'm negotiating with on the issue of, look, there's a couple of key components for any bipartisan solution. Number one is we have to secure the border. Number two is we need to make sure that we have interior and border security. We have to have a modernized visa legal system so people can come legally to the United States. And then we have to deal with the folks that are here while not violating the rule of law and making sure that they don't become a public charge.
Congressman,
the issue that we've had is only one. We've only had one outstanding issue, which is the health care issue. We've had two agreements on that issue, and both times the folks that I've been negotiating with have had to backtrack on their agreement. That's not coming from them.
A large population of Latinos going forward.
There's two separate issues here. We've got, first place, can we get a bipartisan proposal? That's where I think Nancy Pelosi has frankly become part of the problem. Then you're talking about the issue of can we pass anything in the House? And that's also going to be a very difficult issue. I'm convinced, however, that the best way to pass something is with a bipartisan proposal. That's where we're having a problem on one issue, on health care. And here's the issue there that we're dealing with, is should the taxpayer be stuck with the bill of the health care of the 10 or 11 million people, or should those folks who are going to be legalized, earned legalization, should they be responsible for their health care bill? That's the issue that we haven't solved yet. I think once we do that, we'll hopefully have a bipartisan proposal. Then comes, frankly, the second big hurdle, which is can we pass a bipartisan comprehensive bill through the House? That will be difficult, but I'm optimistic.
Congressman Diaz-Balart, let me ask you specifically about some reporting that's been done by the Washington Examiner about the Speaker of the House, John Boehner, who said specifically the reporting suggests that he would abide by the Hastert rule, effectively saying that he wouldn't bring a bill to the floor without a majority of Republicans. Is that the right move?
I think the right move is to make sure that we have bipartisan support, frankly. I'm less concerned about, if it's, how many Republicans, how many Democrats. I think we have to have buy-in from both, from a majority of both of those. So you'd be satisfied if it wasn't a majority of the majority? I think an issue of this importance, of this controversy, frankly, the best thing we could do for the country is have a strong bipartisan support, hopefully the majority of both Republicans and Democrats in the House. I know that's a difficult task, but I think that's the best thing that we can do for the country.
Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart joining us today. We appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Always a pleasure.
The GA